So Ethan Klein and Hasan have been beefing on the internet. And Ethan Klein just realized how messed up Hasan has been in the last month or so. And I covered one of the videos before. And so here's us. Here's the newest video from Ethan Klein on Ethan Klein, his own channel, not H3H3, which is too long for me to go over. And yeah, we're gonna watch this new video that he put out. Shall we?
Here to address something that happened on Thursday's show. We were doing our post-election cope stream.
And I watched clips of that show. The thing about it is, I'm sorry to say, his producer Dan likes Hasan too much. Like seriously, he likes Hasan extremely too much. And it's kind of weird. And you see all of the excuses, like you see people that make excuses for Trump, and Dan just throws those excuses out. Well, it's not that bad. It's not this. It's not that. Like, dude, you are being blue MAGA right now. And it's just weird. I think the DNC should actually run a Ronald Reagan figure and just get a Hollywood actor for president. And I used to not entertain that, but yeah, because the presidency is a popularity contest. Okay, so this isn't a knock at Nate, but Nate, the lawyer, is a conservative. He may have some liberal leanings, but when I say he's a conservative, lawyers are by definition conservatives by the way they practice U.S. law. That's just a thing. It's not an insult, because I know conservative in a lot of online left spaces seems like an insult, but he's a conservative. So when you have the look of the perspective of actually, upholding law and, prosecutorial and defensatorial experience the breadth of experience that he has, you take a look at law, the way that science takes law in popular things, the way scientists take a look at, popular science and stuff like that. It is a mindset, and I understand it. He has faith in the system, because rightly so, he has had that system, but it's just, how do I say it? It's hard for some people to escape their perspective of it. And I'm not saying that he can be wrong. It's just that his perspective of a lot of stuff comes from the perspective of a lawyer. And just like doctors and scientists, they have a different perspective than layman. So let's go.
And the subject of Israel had came up, and here is what was said about it. Let's take a look. Trump
is so pro-Israel, it's insane.
Not only is he pro-Israel,
him and Bibi
sure.
like talk a lot, and Bibi's become a lot like Trump.
Yeah, Bibi's his guy. They're like homies. Bibi celebrating last night.
Just the other day, Bibi fired a really good guy that a lot of people are pissed about, and he fired him.
You know what? And this, I will never get over this. People say that, Ethan crashed out. And one of the reasons why he crashed out is, and you can actually guys go back to watch that stream. They were sitting talking on the stream, and Ethan was like, "Yo, I get it. It's a problem with what Israel is doing. I just had a kid. I wouldn't want my kid to have to deal with this. But Hasan, you need to moderate your chat." Because they were calling his wife a baby killer. And I'm sorry for Hasan to be like, well, you're saying some of the things that these right-wing people are saying. The only nuance Hasan has is when he's trying to defend himself. and you doing that, and I'm telling you, moderate your chat, and you're not gonna, like, regardless of how I feel about my ex, you ain't gonna disrespect the person that just popped out a kid for me. And when I ask you to deal with it, well, I can't do anything about it. And people forget that Hasan's chat is fucking insane. But it's one of those things like, oh no, it's just the way they are, or they're a little bit crazy. They're not representation. Like, people were literally saying that his wife was a baby killer. Somebody who was a fucking secretary, because she had to do compulsory work. And this is my problem that I had with the Tabernacle, about saying that, yeah, well, you don't have to do it. People, if, like, literally, there is a law that you have to do service in the armed forces. If you don't, like, they redline you. And I'm gonna say something about what, like, a lot of leftists don't understand. If you get redlined for your career, that means you can't get a job. I know some of you motherfuckers don't want to get a job ever. But if you get redlining is not fun for your career. Let me put it in a better term. If you get blacklisted from working and you can't feed your family, not knowing for the next 70 years of your life you can't get a legitimate job, and you tell that to a 19, 20-year-old, well, you can just self-sacrifice for the good of other people, when most of you motherfuckers are 19 through 26 and wouldn't sacrifice shit for other people but for yourself. Not even your own moral code, so other people would actually have a better life. Then you can't complain to somebody who won't just, they have to, like, not go into the military. I'm sorry, it's just, like, that's a rant, but, like, I'm sorry, but let's continue.
Because they had a disagreement, and that's, like, so Trump coded.
Well, he was like a moderating voice in the war room.
Yeah.
And he got rid of him, or at least a more moderate voice. I don't know anything about the guy. Here we're talking about Yoav Galat, who was a member of Netanyahu's war cabinet, who just yesterday was fired by Netanyahu because he wanted to end the war. And Netanyahu wants to continue the war, and therefore he fired him. Once he was fired, people in Israel took to the streets and are protesting because, as far right as Netanyahu's, war cabinet is, he is literally a moderating voice in that cabinet, and was the only one representing the people and pushing for the war to end.
And see, this is another thing too. This is where I try to understand certain things. In his little response video, you can just tell how Hasan was just reacting. He doesn't think that Israel should exist. He doesn't. He doesn't think that they should exist, regardless of their apartheid state, regardless of their. He doesn't think that they should exist. He's upset at Ethan for saying that Israel should exist. That's what he's upset about. Not that Ethan has said, "Oh, let's do the the wiping out of people." Ethan just says, "Well, they should exist." The person who is descended from the Ottomans is upset about people being killed, and a person who is pushing, like, it all, and I'm not even gonna say it's a Turkish thing, because whatever. It's somebody who's pushing for the Soviet Union is upset with ethnic cleansing. That's one of the things that's kind of really, really weird. I mean, like, if you think that, like, America bad, you would at least know the history of the champion of the core of the people that you're trying to, go for. I mean, like, Stalin, if anything, he was good for cleansing ethically so. But let's go.
The problem with Yoav, which I don't even think Ela probably knew at the time because this war's been going on for so long, is that he's somewhat infamous for this quote here. He said on October 8th, there will be no electricity, no food, no fuel. We are fighting human animals and we act accordingly. When he's talking about entering Gaza in the first phases of the war. Now, a lot of people look at this language and think that it's dehumanizing and genocidal, and I'm one of those people. I agree that this is a horrible thing to say, and I don't defend him, and I never would defend him.
And you know what? Here's the thing. Even if you give the most charitable light and say, well, he's just talking about the terrorists. Yeah, no shit. However, dudes, you need to pull up a better PR statement. Like, for real. You need to get it. Yeah, like, PR needs to be a lot better to just say that shit. Even if you mean just a terrorist. So, yeah, no, that's... Yeah, no, that's a fucked up thing to say.
Defend him a statement like this, which I assume people who watch this show know and understand. Now, a year plus later, for whatever reason, this is the same guy who's advocating for the war to end in Israel. And Ela, looking over the news, sees that people are rioting, that people are upset, and that people who want the war to end are upset that he got fired. And that's basically all that happened. We're talking about the fact that he's the only person that wants to end the war. And I personally don't understand how that's not relevant. Here from The Guardian, a left-leaning newspaper you guys all probably know. Here's a headline.
I mean, like, it says something for... And you know what? Here's the thing. And I'm actually going to say this. I'm going to be very honest with you. To me, Ethan Klein has always been a drama streamer. But that lawsuit that he got hit with made him become more responsible than what a lot of online streamers actually are. And yes, you can make fun of his, H3 podcast, but regardless of it, he does more research than so many other people for him to be just a drama podcast. But let's continue.
Netanyahu fires Defense Minister Yoav Gallant, triggering protests in Israel. Demonstration in Tel Aviv, widely seen by Israel's allies as a break on far-right elements of the Israeli government. Again, this isn't just my opinion. This is opinion that's held by internationally, that he is a moderating voice on the war cabinet, once again, advocating for the war to end, which is what I thought we all wanted. Here's another article from The Guardian. Yoav Gallant reportedly says Israeli army has nothing left to do in Gaza. The ousted defense minister also quoted as saying Netanyahu rejected peace deals against advice of his security officials. As you can see, I'm not saying any of this to defend him. What he said and what he's done should very well.
So it sounds like the guy that he's talking about is a fucking general. and I know army's bad, war bad, but it's a fucking general. And what I mean by that, first, he's fucking human. What happened on October 7th was fucking monstrous. You should never specifically target civilians. That just goes out the back. Targeting of civilians is a bad move. It only makes you look like evil guys, bad guys, villains, Saturday morning or otherwise. It makes people mad. It doesn't give your cause any legitimacy, and it's to provoke a response. So, in the end, the whole bullshit about, well, if you're oppressed people, you have a right to fight back on any way possible to other military targets. Civilians are not military targets. I don't give a fuck of what a second thought thinks about, people or babies when he lives in a fucking mansion and his second channel is to test, high-end sports cars. Fuck him. But all right. I'm sorry. It's these people who are fucking rich are telling you to run and give up your lives or give up your well-being so they can sell to you on the internet, and then they act like the right wing is bad, even though they doing the same fucking tactics, getting you upset, getting you, stressed out, get you doomer. Well, no, they believe any type of things. Yeah, because they're fearful. And what are you trying to do? But going back to the general or the, military leader, he was a general. He got mad. He was hurt. He was upset. Now it's time to end the shit. That sounds just like a human. That sounds like a general. And that sounds like somebody who wanted to punish the other side, but it's like, okay, enough punishment. Let's go. Well, let's go.
Well, be investigated by the International Criminal Court, and if he's found, he should submit to an investigation. If he's found guilty, then charge him. But what I am saying is that I think that while Ela misspoke and said he's a good guy, her intention was that, this guy is trying to end the war. And I'm pretty sure we're all on the same page as that being a good thing.
I feel like the reason I brought it up was mainly to express the frustration with Bibi and him firing the one guy that was...
And see, that's the problem. She didn't say everybody in the situation is super evil. They all deserve to be burning in whatever hell that you think it is, or freezing in hell, depending on your religion. That's the problem. Because you were told that everyone is unhumanly evil. You were told that they were dogs or pig dogs or other bullshit like that. That's what the leftists have been telling people off the bat. And no matter what's going on, it's no nuance. They're all evil and they all want the Palestinians not to be alive anymore and all this other good bullshit. That's what the left has been feeding people. But let's go.
Somewhat, attempting at moderation. It wasn't really so much to say Gallant is a good guy. I shouldn't have used that word. That was a bad choice on my part, considering stuff that he has said that I was not even thinking of. Really coming from the concerning feeling of like, we have Trump in office and Bibi just fired the guy that is opposing him. That's all I was trying to say, but I do understand that was not a good choice of words and I would not have said that again. So I'm stepping away for a little while from being on camera and being on the podcast. It's too much and it's not fair for everybody.
Yeah, like it has to be said that like a lot of these people, a lot of these leftists, like, dude, come on. And I guess that's why my channel hasn't actually grown the way I want it to grow. It's like they take the slightest slight and just dogpile on people. They are the bullies that they used to get bullied by. I applaud anybody who gets on camera. And you can do it like if you're not, voice only. But you get up and present yourself as somebody who tries to talk to other people. I applaud them, and sometimes those words don't just work out. They're not a video essay. You can just cut out words that they don't like the takes of. Again, let's look at motherfucker like FD Signifier. He is a blabbering idiot without the power of editing. And racist. But so yeah, no, but you said one thing in a live stream when you're trying to explain the point and you're trying to get a full point out and you're wrong. It's just all these left-wing motherfuckers that talk about activism that claim they want to be the soldiers in the new revolution. Get on camera. Talk to thousands of people at the same time. The internal cancel culture needs to be spoken out against. I'm still kind of mad about what happened to Lindsay Ellis in the past. Her platform could have potentially reached. Yeah, exactly. The right is just aggressive. The left is just passive aggressive. As much as I think he's a fucking blithering idiot, what's going on with Xander Hall is like, yeah, you just need to go to work at McDonald's. You go work at McDonald's. You don't have any talent. Go work at McDonald's. It's like, first of all, stop using that as an insult. Secondly, he turned on the people that says, hey, you know, maybe you shouldn't just shit on Joe Biden that much. And people were just like toxically going after him, and the whole Demon Mama thing. And you find out about Demon Mama, what happened to her, with her, like, you know, housekeeping that she had to do. And it's just like, and fuck, I will say this. And I got a video that I got to actually present to y'all soon. President Sunday is a spiteful, petty little bitch. Is spiteful and petty as Destiny is, but he just don't have as big as audience. Anybody that doesn't recognize that President Sunday acts like a scorned friend, lover, cousin, brother to so many people on the online left, then I don't know what to tell you. He's the most American Canadian. And what do I mean by that? He's the most American Canadian. I don't like, and I maybe that's just the way I look at stuff. Like, I see so many people that are like, it's okay to be like, you know, a little bit edgy and have jokes, but like some of these online left people are just so fucking spiteful. Okay, let's go.
Buddy, and yeah.
So that's where our head was at when we said that. But now people like Hasan are going on their channels and accusing us of supporting a war criminal. Anyway, here's what Hasan said this evening about the clip that sent everybody into a frenzy.
Crazy. I just hate how Ethan is brigading smaller content creators like the deprogram because he couldn't get to you. It's fucking gross how he keeps picking smaller content creators that are just getting
the smaller content creator. What the? Wait, what? The people that's on the deprogram podcast are not smaller content creators. Hasan is just lying. Second Thought has 2 million subscribers. Well, he did. You know, he said the whole settler things. Like, seriously. This whole, well, you're bigger, so why are you talking bad about me? Why you castinate and allow your chat to castinate his fucking wife? I mean, like, oh my God, I watch live streams. While I'm doing other shit. But how do people just sit back and be sycophantic in chats like this when you can literally go to the video? I saw this video originally on I think this was like the one I saw on Destiny's channel. I watch a couple of people like Destiny, Papa Gut, Chut fucking Logic was he's an asshole to watch. But like, you know, you can go to the original video and watch this shit, right? Am I wrong with just going to the original video and watch this shit? Then Hasan do a lame crap during the Obama years. So yeah, because he's lame. He's a fucking lame. And the thing about this, the fucked up part about it is, if you ever notice Hasan's voice, once you actually, because he actually lowers the tone in his sound production. That's the fucked up part about it. And you hear his real fucking voice. Oh, he's a fucking lame. He's a fucking lame. He's the epitome of the nerd that had a fucking glow up. And the only reason why he had a glow up is because daddy's and mommy's money made him act a little bit, be able to work out and do a little bit better. But let's go.
And he is sitting on his golden throne, just straight up harassment. I know he's just.
I can't get over the fact that they keep fucking crying about me responding to these communities. Like, this is the biggest socialist podcast. They have they have hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Second Thought has 2 million subscribers. When can I respond to these people?
Exactly my point. They act as if Ethan is going after a 500 subscriber Andy. But let's go.
When is it warranted? Like, give me a fucking break.
He's just like aligning with all these fucking drama peddlers like Keemstar and shit in an effort to try and get me fucking banned is psychotic to me, you know?
Here's the thing. Hasan should have been banned a long time ago. Everybody's saying that he's never been banned. He has been banned once. For when they repeatedly told him, hey, stop using the word cracker. The dude stopped using that word. But he went on and said that he was like, cracker, now ban me. And they had to. Because he was, blatantly flouting the rules. But it was Destiny's fault that I got banned. No, your words left your mouth and you did it because look, and you got banned for a day. That's the fucked up part about it. He was crying because he got banned for a day for some shit he egged on. And then he tried to get somebody else, a recording of somebody else of him saying, well, don't you think it's kind of bad? As a black man, don't you think it's kind of bad? And the dude turned around and said, I don't really like the idea of using those racial words. It's kind of a bad look. And Hasan was like, but it's kind of cool to do it, right? It's not lame to do it, right? Unironically, he's being can I get a pass? Can I get a pass? Please, can I get the pass? Can I get the pass? Can I get the pass to say what I want to say? But let's go.
No, I just don't get it. I don't understand it.
What a fucking liar, dude. What a Weasley little fucking liar. He's just straight up lying. He's just lying right now. In fact, this is a lie that he keeps saying, is that I'm somehow aligning myself with Keemstar. Once again, I'll show you.
So here's the thing. What Ethan is failing to realize is that Hasan needs to protect his ego. Hasan needs to protect his ego, and everybody that doesn't like him is a hater, and they're Nazis, and they're bad, and they're evil, and they're trying to hurt his feelings because he's the most important thing there is. They're trying to hurt his feelings. He's bad. He's bad because nobody ever would actually think that he's wrong at all, because he has to be wrong. He has to be right. Of course he's right. He's right all about everything, every time, all whatever. Hold on. Let me just pull it up. I'm just pulling it up right now. Where is this at? I wish I would have saved it. This is so long ago. I can't find it. The Hasan defense pattern. Yeah, I can't find it. I was looking for it. But yeah, no, like Hasan needs to protect himself, needs to protect his ego. That's why he has the whole thing about, well, you guys, I want to do gaming, but you guys don't like doing gaming, watching gaming streaming because the numbers don't go high enough. The same person that complains about, well, companies just want numbers go up and they just want to get as much money as they can from you, is the same motherfucker that's mad, well, I'm not going to do change because the numbers don't go up as much. Let's go.
I went and fished out the original stories. I was talking about Frogan getting shit from a ton of conservatives for her wonderful remarks about hoping American military men.
But Ethan, don't you realize by just bringing a spotlight to what she says, you're making sure that everybody tries to hurt and harm her, both emotionally and physically, because you bring it up because you disagree with her. So if you bring it up and disagree with her, no matter what the reason, it's because Nazi. You're a Nazi because you brought it up because you have a problem with what she says. That's a Nazi. Even though you're saying don't do this, They know every right winger say, well, this is the point and you shouldn't do this. And even though they're just trying to dog whistle, even though dog whistles are a thing that only right wingers do, because reasons, no left winger actually dogs whistle. So if you're dog whistling, that means you're a right winger. Fuck. This is tiring. Like, these are these people's thought processes. These are the processes. They think dog whistles are only for evil things, and no leftist is evil, so they can't do dog whistling. And so if you do dog whistling, no matter what it's about, even if you're saying that something that isn't a dog whistle, but the right wingers lie, so left wingers can't lie, left wingers can't exaggerate. So you have to be a right winger. Fuck, this is tiring. Let's go.
Get PTSD. I was showing it to say it's not my fault that she's getting harassed when this clip of hers going mega viral on Twitter and being called out by the worst people on the internet, right? Look at, these are all conservative shitbags. These are all people that I disagree with and have openly said terrible things about, including Keemstar. So like the way that he singles him out and says, oh, Ethan is co-signing Keemstar, is he's a fucking liar, dude. He's a weaselly little liar.
The election was also to do some of these people's online damage too. Maybe not all, but it's hard to play.
The person that they're talking about is Yoav Gallant. Yoav Gallant, alongside Benjamin Netanyahu, has an active petition for his arrest by the ICC. The person that they are talking about here.
So does Putin, but you're not quick to condemn him. But like Hasan really is going to actually do that. So is Putin, but you're not actively. He's doing a genocide. Well, it's just a war, and they feel like they're Russian speaking, so they have a right to the land. Yeah.
Before getting fired by Benjamin Netanyahu, the person that they're calling a moderating voice said this, which is the reason why there is an active petition, an active application for a warrant for his arrest by the ICC. I don't know. I'm legitimately shocked.
The problem why I'm frustrated with this whole situation, you guys know me. I'm more than willing, more than happy to address shortcomings and errors that I've made and take every chance I can to learn and grow from them, right?
No, fuck that. You're supposed to, when you're wrong, double down. And and then triple down, and then quadruple down, and then gazillion down. Because nothing says strength is when you're presented with evidence that you're completely wrong, and you say, but communism.
But the problem I have is that there's our subreddit and our community is overridden with these 8-year longtime ultra fans who can no longer, tolerate us, or they can no longer walk down this path with us as we've thrown our lot in with the Nazis, right? But like these same people.
And this is what I mean. Oh my God. Ethan is honest. He's honest. Like, yo, I'm doing this for the fans. Yes, it's beneficial for me, but I'm not going to hold a position that I know is wrong just to hold the position. Hasan, on the other hand, sit back and will literally lie about something to his chat, his fandom, or heavily exaggerate. 1, because he's captured by his audience. 2, he's a fucking idiot. 3, he's a coward. And somewhere down 4 or 5, he's malicious. But let's continue.
Okay, they hold no standards, and Hasan can go out there and glaze an international terrorist organization and its leader and glaze up Hasan Nasrallah like he's a fucking great dude.
Hasan Nasrallah was assassinated. Hezbollah is a paramilitary organization that is also a part of the Lebanese parliament.
Do we like them or no?
I think as a resistance group, they're pretty successful against Israel.
No, they're not. Oh, God. Damn it. No. Oh my God. No. If they're a resistance group, they're also a resistance group against the Lebanese government. He's the Hasan is the epitome of the. Well, I'm going to be the revolutionary. Man, that's cool. You're a revolutionary. You go and do fighting. I'm going to be a revolutionary. I wish I could, but my ankle. He's the epitome, but I got bone spurs. And when you ask him 20 years from now, what struggle did you have when the times are going bad? Oh, my personal war is dodging STDs, or in his case, charisma. Like, for real. Hold on, guys. All right, let's go.
They are a terrorist organization. Like, they're designated. They are designated by the American state as a terrorist organization.
I do not like them then.
Well, like,
I like what you like.
I don't have an issue with them. Let's just say.
I'm going to give you guys a crash course on Hezbollah. Let's start back.
Wait, what? What? You literally have your friend telling you, I'm not down with the T words. I'm not. Well, I don't have a problem with them. Get out of here.
Back from the beginning. 1983, suicide truck bombing of the U.S. Embassy in Beirut. 45 embassy staff were killed, 34 injured. They bombed the French Marine barracks in Beirut, 300 dead. Attempted murder of the head of the Turkish Jewish community. Suicide bombing of the Argentine Jewish Mutual Association building, Buenos Aires, 85 killed, 300 injured.
I don't have an issue with them. Let's just say.
Bombing of a restaurant.
And see, this is the craziest thing. Like, it's one of those things where it's just like, you're targeting civilians, dog. Civilians. That is a problem. That is a issue. And I'm sorry, Hasan is not a smart person. And if he thinks that, oh no, targeting civilians is good because the U.S. No, first of all, the U.S. doesn't target civilians. Second of all, the Israel Army, the Israel Defense Force, is not the U.S. Army. Thirdly, the Saudi Arabian Army is not the U.S. Army. The U.S. doesn't target civilians. And even in the drone strikes, yeah, it's fucked up that they had so much collateral damage. But their thing is not to target civilians. The one administration that was purposely targeting civilians was the Trump administration. But let's continue.
Restaurant near the U.S. Air Force Base in Spain, 18 killed, 83 injured. Car bombs of the U.S. Embassy.
Wait, did he say Spain? Wait, Spain. Spain, which is on the other side of the Mediterranean. Spain. This is the shit that I don't get. Why would you be okay? Okay, let's go.
Embassy in Beirut, 11 killed, 58 injured. Hijacking of Kuwait airline planes, killed 4. Suicide bombing at the Israeli embassy in Buenos Aires, 29 killed, 240 injured.
I don't have an issue with them. Let's just.
Buenos Aires isn't even the same hemisphere. All right, let's go.
Suspected of carrying out suicide bombing missions against Israeli vacationers in Bulgaria. Indicted for the assassination of former Lebanese Prime Minister Rafik al-Hariri.
I don't have an issue with them.
Hezbollah participated in the Syrian civil war on the side of Assad, violent dictator. They're responsible for the genocide of well over 500,000 Syrians. Here's an article from Amnesty International. Syria, surrender or starve, strategy displacing thousands, amounts to crimes against humanity. Does that sound familiar?
I don't have an issue with them.
While the Syrian government's stated aim has been to vanquish opposition fighters, its cynical use of surrender or starve tactics has involved a devastating combination of sieges and bombardments.
I don't have an issue with them.
These have been part of a systematic as well as
Hasan's career, among at worst, at best, will never grow. Because Ethan is being Ethan, and he is being thorough with this shit. It will never grow out the niche community that it is, and it would the rise of people such as myself, new people on the left that are a little bit more liberal, because that's a dirty word for some reason. People like Hutch, because he switched from gaming to politics. People, news networks like the Midas Touch, Brian Tyler, whatever that cat name is, of these leftists, people who are actively left, but don't label themselves as the online left the way so many of these fucking cesspits of community that are centered around just one person. With the rise of those communities, we're not going to see Hasan's career maybe motherfucking over, especially if Dan, whatever he is, actually gets him banned from Twitch. Well, let's go.
Widespread attack on civilians that amounts to crimes against humanity. Sounds like what Israel's doing in Gaza.
I don't have an issue with them.
Relentless attacks on civilians, in addition to immense suffering caused by siege tactics, deliberate attacks on civilians and civilian objects cause unimaginable misery. The government and Hezbollah forces burned the agricultural fields just as a form of punishment, even though we couldn't access them.
I don't have an issue with them.
Once again, sounds like what Israel's doing in Gaza. As of May 21, a minimum of 580,000 people is estimated to have been killed, with 13 million Syrians being displaced and 7 million refugees forced to flee Syria.
I don't have an issue with them, let's just say.
Here's some quotes from Hezbollah leaders, including Nasrallah. Our struggle will end only when this entity, if Israel, is obliterated. We recognize no treaty with it, no ceasefire, and no peace agreement. According to Shal-Shai, Nasrallah said in a speech delivered in Beirut, "What do the Jews want? They want security and money. Throughout history, the Jews have been Allah's most cowardly and avaricious creatures. If you look all over the world, you will find no one more miserly and greedily than they are."
I don't have an issue with them.
But yet, there's no... Like, seriously, if the left doesn't understand that there is a issue with anti-Semitism with these groups, like, I don't know what else is it. All right, hey, let's go.
If we search the entire world for a person more cowardly, despicable, weak, and feeble in psych, mind, and ideology and religion, we would not find anyone like the Jew. Notice, I do not say the Israeli.
I don't have an issue with them.
Badi Kainban, in his 23 October 2002 article, quoted Nasrallah as saying, "If Jews all gather in Israel, it will save us the trouble of going after them worldwide." The history of Jews has proven that, regardless of the Zionist proposal, they are a people who are evil in their ideas. The state of the grandsons of apes and pigs, the Zionist Jews, and he condemns them as the murderers of the prophet.
Isn't Hasan's community popular for saying that, you know, Jewish people or the Israeli people are pig dogs? But there isn't any anti-Semitism in the leftist community. Let's go.
According to Hasan Nasrallah, he said the Jews invented the legend of the Nazi atrocities.
I don't have an issue with.
Yeah, and then that's another thing. So many of these groups say the Holocaust didn't happen. This is fucking unbelievable. Let's go.
Let's just say.
So my point is, if you're going to come down so hard on Ela for what she said, where's the energy when Hasan defends Hezbollah and Hasan Nasrallah, who is a violent, genocidal, anti-Semite who mass murdered Syrians and committed terrorism all around?
But don't you know, Ethan, you're doing on both sides. It's a whataboutism because reasons of whataboutism. Because your wife was a baby killer. She killed babies, and even though her passing papers to people was like she was the paper cut. She was doing a paper cut, like she was a paper cut assassin, even though she was a secretary. Like, ooh. If you ever play Infamous Second Son, that little special mission where you get the paper cut person, yeah, because of reason.
Around the world. Where's all the 8-year subscribers flooding into his community saying they can't follow him in these footsteps anymore?
I can't believe I'm calling Nasrallah base. I mean, listen. You have to remember something, okay? A lot of these dudes, you see them in their fucking fits, and you hear about like some of their attitudes about like gay people, for example, and you immediately fucking resort to Orientalist perspectives, not realizing that these motherfuckers are better read than you by a million.
If they're reading hateful stuff, that doesn't make them a better person. I'm sorry. If your favorite book or on the list of your favorite book is Mein Kampf, but plugged in for your particular community, then we have a problem. The fuck? Like, what? What? They read more books, so they're better than you. Why do, like, I know a lot of Hasan's community have a victim fetish. But they do. Is it also a kink, a shaming fetish as well? Fuck. Is that what you have to do to get big on YouTube? Insult your chat because they're stupid and I need you stupid people to give me your stupid money so I can pay my stupid bills. Like the fuck? I don't get it.
Okay. Like it's not a broken clock situation. No, dude. Half of these dudes literally get educated in America and in the UK. What the fuck are you guys talking about?
Because it's a better system, and they go back home and say, yeah, hate America. They want you, their stupid education. Well, you just benefit from the stupid education. Yeah, I know, I needed it because, they're the best schools, but yeah, fuck them because of their reason. Like, what?
This is why it's Orientalist. To literally look at these dudes and go, oh no, they're fucking barbaric baboons. And like sometimes they get this shit right. No, dude, he knows.
No, they're monsters that kill their own people in order to enforce power. I thought you had an issue with that, Hasan. The fuck? All right, let's go.
It's crazy. He's read more books than you could ever imagine. And also, ultimately, he is regarded as a pretty brilliant person. In terms of like everything that he's done.
I mean, like, does he regularly break out the knee pads on the stream to suck off terrorists? God damn.
You might not agree with his methods. You might not agree with his attitude overall in terms of like, his opinions on civil liberties and shit like that.
So wait. I'm supposed to like somebody that I don't like the means and the ends. I don't like their actions and their ideas about shit. I'm supposed to admire somebody. He is literally the embodiment of they're cool because they went out and did something. He is literally the embodiment of that.
But ultimately, this motherfucker has read a shit ton of books.
I don't have an issue with them, let's just say.
All right, y'all. Look, in today.
All right. It's just crazy. It's just crazy. I don't know what else to say. Ethan is doing the Lord's work, however non-existent he may be. It's just sad that it's taken Ethan, who was once a friend of Hasan, to address this like that. But, maybe they get better. Anyway, we're going to cut this video segment here. Thank you for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe this video and all of my videos, which you can actually help support by joining my Patreon. Yay. Cut the video segment here.
I want to say thank you to all my Patreon supporters and my Twitch subscribers. Join the Guardians, become a member, or become a subscriber on YouTube, Patreon, and help support the channel. Thank you for watching this video, and the next one should be popping up on your screen. Subscribe, and if you haven't checked it out and want to help out the channel, check out my Patreon. Thanks.